Listen up, ladies, it's Saturday night. Time to grab your heels and feel alright. We got a podcast that's on fire. The money can keep taking you higher. Every Sunday at 4 p.m. It's ladies' night, we're taking flight. Talking hot topics, keeping it tight. We got the scoop on everything, it's true. All the things that men wanna know too. Ladies, now we're bringing the heat. Podcast casting can't be beat. It's ladies' night, we're taking flight. Talking hot topics, keeping it tight. We got the scoop on everything, it's true. All the things that men wanna know too. Ladies, now we're bringing the heat. Podcast casting can't be beat.
We on hold? Or we still live?
Okay. We just usually, you know, when that music stop, you be looking at us like, so what y'all gonna do?
Y'all ready to start right? Go ahead. We live. The doorbell went off.
That was the doorbell?
Yeah, that was the doorbell.
Oh. Okay. Hello, everybody
Oh, there we go.
in the world.
Hey, people.
Love and light, light and love. Now for real, y'all. Hey, welcome to Ladies Night Out and him. Hope everybody is having a great start to their week. I know I am. T-Rail, what was your week like? Let them know what's going on with you.
Last week was phenomenal, man. It's like one of the greatest weeks of my life. It was, man. Got some stuff done. Got a new little situation. You know, got some stuff going on.
Okay. I see you.
Yeah, you know, trying.
Oh, it's good. Me, I moved this weekend. I'm so excited. Love my new house. Love it. Still tired from this weekend. Moving. Where's you the fuck out?
That it does.
But it's done. I got it done. I'm happy. Very happy.
Congratulations on the move.
Thank you.
You know you loving your new leagues already.
Yes. Love it.
You got some peace over there already?
Mm-hmm.
You met your neighbor?
Hell no. I'm not a friendly.
Ain't nobody brought you nothing over to just say hi?
And I don't want them to.
No.
You don't need to know my name. I don't need to know yours. I'm just the girl that stay across the street or next door. That's it. We're going to leave it at that.
I heard that.
I'm not a friendly person. I don't want to be acquainted. That's when people start being in your business, paying attention to you too much. Nah, stay over there. I'm stay over here.
100%.
I ain't got time. So we going to go ahead and get this started.
Mm-hmm.
First topic of the week is, how long does it take for you to heal after divorce or a breakup?
So, context. I think this one was brought about because we were talking about how people have just kind of moved on right after. Like how some people can just move on into the next thing right after they get out of something. And it don't look like they've taken time to get to know themselves or where they're trying to grow and go into. Because I know some people who like literally break up on Monday and then Friday and something different.
I do too.
Because of that, I was wondering, like, for you, what's your normal process? If you probably ain't been through a lot of breakups, you know, right?
I would say for me, I definitely take that time for myself. And it's not necessarily that I don't want to be with somebody. I just have to learn how to be by myself for a while.
That part.
And then too, if you've been with the previous person for a long period of time, kind of like what you said last time, you start to acclimate into their life. So you got to get back to your routine of being a single person, because when you're in a relationship, it's you and this person. So what you eat changes, how you mood change. Sometimes, what you wear change, what time you get up in the morning may change. So you got to get back into you before you start bringing somebody else into it, because a lot of times you'll start treating that person as what you already used to, and you ain't giving them a chance to get to know them. And once you get back to knowing who you are, sometimes things will go ahead and flow, but that's if you over the situation. That's the biggest thing. You have to be over that situation. Don't still be feeling no type of way about that person and then go bring somebody else in, because that's not fair.
Yeah, because you bring in that
Yes,
same trauma
that's not fair.
from one
Yeah.
thing to another. I agree.
Yep.
I agree. So, I guess let me look at this, because I want to make sure I don't go too far with spilling it. You know what I mean? When we talking about this, 1 second. Where it go? There it go. Stop it. Okay, so I know we on just topic 1, but I really know that we should talk about topic 4, because they flow into each other.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So
Did you answer your thing about relationship though?
I take as long as it takes. I'm still getting to remember who I was before a lot of shit.
Yeah.
So for me, it's as long as it takes. Like once you feel comfortable in your own skin again, and you got enough forgiveness in your heart, it's cool to go ahead. In my opinion, to go ahead and just move forward.
I don't think it's no certain time frame,
I don't
because
think it's a
people
real
heal
time.
at different times.
But I think we are watching it in real time with Tia Mowry.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the thing that really sparked this, because I'm watching, like, I don't get the whole show, but I watch the clips, and I watch people's breakdown of the clips, and then some people who analyze it, and I'm sitting here like, oh yeah, this girl ain't healed, and she trying.
I have never seen the clips. I just kind of know she was going through that she had, divorced the old boy, but I ain't never seen the show.
She divorced him, and she said all those comments about how she felt like the marriage was an education, a curriculum, and then she had graduated from the curriculum, and basically saying she had outgrown him and all of that. And now she's getting to see how inexperienced she really is, because they've been together since like they was 20. And because she said she couldn't date until 18, and she met him at 20, they've been together that whole time. So she been with one person. She said she claims she lost her virginity to him too. So
Okay.
that's a long time to be with one person.
Yeah.
And then now you got to go out here later in life, because she's older than us.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's going out here later in life trying to figure out how to navigate what's out there.
Yeah. You know what? I think a lot of it is too, and if just looking at it, tunnel vision, not everything else around it. A lot of it to me is it's kind of the same thing that men will do when they go and be with another woman. The only difference is you watching a woman do it. You getting it from a woman's perspective if she's the one who leaves the relationship and goes on and now regrets it. Because usually it's the man who's, oh man, I should have did right by her. It ain't nothing out here. These women don't cook for me. They don't wash my drawers. They don't, you know what I'm saying? They
That's
help
the
me with my
later
kids.
regrets. That's the later regrets that happen for a man. I'll give you that.
Yeah. So I think it's
Immediate
just
I'm free to fuck whoever I want.
Yeah. Of course.
So,
of course.
Let's be real.
So I think that in that situation it's just that we're watching a woman live out those regrets.
Yeah.
Like you said, in real time. I think that's the biggest thing, because it's usually the opposite for men and women. For women, it tends to be the pain first, and then I'm over it. For men, from what I've seen, it tends to be I'm outside, and then it's oh Lord, I don't want to be outside.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
I'd rather be inside.
Yeah, I'd rather be in. It wasn't that bad sitting here eating beans and hot dogs with her. You know what I'm saying? I think it's the opposite.
Trey said it's nothing wrong with what she's doing. Did she say anything about regretting it? Yeah. She has. On every episode, she's crying literally tears about how she misses the relationship she had. She don't say that verbatim,
Right.
but she says it in a way you can read between the lines and get what she's getting at.
Right. And there's nothing wrong with feeling like you've moved on from somebody because, in all honesty, even if she regrets it, I think that it's better to be honest with that person and tell them that you feel like you moved on. Otherwise, you just taking them along with you for no reason. You get what I'm saying? If you know you're not feeling them like that, then let them go because there may be something better out there for them. It may not even be about you.
And I know that that's all she knows. And at one point, in my life, that was for me too. I was one of those people. I'd only seriously dated one person, and it was for a very long time. So I only had experience from that one person.
Right.
So every point of reference was about that one person. So it feels like that's what she's doing on the show, and people are looking at it like, damn, she really missed him. All she ever talk about is him. And in reality, it's just the fact that that's the only person she ever been with.
That's true.
I think
That's
we all
true.
miss pieces.
And that's true. And it could be that's what, that's what
Mm-hmm.
she's doing. It could be the companionship, somebody being there.
Leave these damn people. Leave these damn people alone who ain't for you.
Yeah.
That's
It
the crazy
could be
part.
that. It could be that. Or she could have just thought that it was something else she wanted to do until she realized it wasn't.
That's a lot. Now, okay.
Sometimes it's just that. They say it, they don't got this saying for no reason. The grass ain't always green on the other side.
Man,
it's there for a reason.
Do you know with all these other like podcasts and social economic
Hats and cricket.
I know, right?
No matter what I'm doing.
Myself, like, why the hell is it leaning?
Yeah.
I've been doing mine
Okay,
like that
fuck
too.
it.
But yeah, but like I was sitting up there. I watch a lot of them like social breakdowns, like Anton and all of them, and No Fugazi, all of those guys. I watch those podcasts, but I also watch female podcasts to get the same story from the female perspective, right? The one thing they all had in common about this subject is that she deeply regrets leaving, but she's not owning the choice that she made. She's still putting off things on him. Like, I'm not saying that he wasn't wrong. I'm not saying that he was perfect. Don't get me wrong on that. But what I am saying,
T-bars.
yeah, I know.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
Yeah, but what I am saying is, she's the one who got all of that started. Corey was on record of saying he didn't want to be divorced.
But you know what it kind of reminds you of, now that I'm thinking about it? That movie Temptation. Remember, she had been with him all her life, and she ended up with the guy, Blue from the game. She ended up with him, and he ended up giving her HIV. It was supposed to be a true story about the psychologist. You never seen Temptation?
I don't think I seen it.
It's with Journey Smollett. And she had been with this guy all her life, and that's all she know. And then she met him at work, and he blew her mind, and she started cheating on her husband and feeling like, oh, I want to be with him. He just a breath of fresh air. And he ended up giving her HIV.
And see, you all of that, I see what you're saying, Trey. But at the same time, that's not always reality.
What did he say? I didn't
He
see
said
that.
the grass is greener.
I seen that
where you
one. What
water
was the
it.
one after that?
He also said, when you
grow.
grow, the grass grows. Pour into your partner and watch what happens. Bro, that's great game to give to a lady when you're trying to get with her. But in reality,
I think you know what? I think that's if you're dealing with a woman. That's absolutely what he's saying is true.
I get
but
that.
you gotta it's definitely who you pouring it into.
Trey is a caterer. And I get that.
Yeah,
He's a
because you could be
caterer.
pouring it into it's just like pouring it into a damn colander or a damn clothes basket. If it's got holes in it,
Talk, man.
it ain't gonna never fill up.
Misha, talk to him. Talk
It ain't
to
gonna
him.
never fill up.
Because you could be pouring water in a toilet and guess what it's going to do? Flush. It ain't
Eventually, no matter how much you pour in it,
It's
it's
gonna
not
flush.
gonna go over. Eventually, at some point, it's gonna flush.
It's going to flush. And that's
Yeah,
all you doing
absolutely.
is flushing it.
It's got to be who you pouring it into.
You have to give
Yep.
what you want.
When it don't come back, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree.
Absolutely.
You got to be the change. He said, "Ro."
What the hell's wrong? Maybe you know what that means.
I know what he said. I didn't say be dumb. I know what you said. I already knew what you was gonna say when I said it. I get you. All I'm saying is this: that when it comes down to it, sometimes you don't know what you're pouring into when you do all of that. Now, they had been married for 20-some years, I think.
Okay, I got you. I'm gonna have to start using that one.
Yeah.
So I'm
So
get tired of telling people what it means.
I knew what he meant.
I never heard it.
So the whole thing is, he had been pouring into each other for that long, and that's a long time to put up with somebody's stuff. But that's the stuff that our parents or great grandparents mostly, they used to go through them changes, like because we grow at separate rates. We don't always grow at the same pace. So sometimes you got.
It's always gonna be somebody in a relationship that's catching up, that's learning what you teaching, and then the next time it's gonna be you that's learning what they got going on and teaching. Yeah,
exactly. Just because y'all was, one form, one clay when y'all started, don't mean the cake rises on the same side.
it's inevitable. If you with somebody for that period long time and neither one of you is changing, it needs to be reevaluated anyway.
Exactly.
Because there has to be growth. There has to be forward movement.
I see we got some. Are we on both sides, Ace, or are we just on YouTube when it comes to comments?
That's just whoever coming.
Oh, okay. Because I see. Because I was wondering if we was getting something on Facebook. I know we did that last time.
Yeah. So I mean,
I'm interested to hear what that people got to say, though.
be true or what is they
See,
just putting
I
up
thought
there.
so. There we go. What Dana said, very true. That's why it's a commitment. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, we got y'all now. Don't stop commenting, YouTube people. We got y'all now. We couldn't see them at first. But yeah. So this is what I'm saying. Like when it comes to that, I see stuff all the time about people dabbing into their
He said Ace broke it.
He did. Ace done broke it. So I see people complaining. I'll be honest. I see the sisterhood mostly complaining and not knowing how to feel about Megan and Jonathan being engaged because they see in her and assume that she pays all the bills because he's not a working actor right now. And that's a real thing. But that gives me acrimony vibes. Because, in Hollywood, they can forgive you tomorrow. All it takes is one role and now everybody love you again. You know what I mean? It don't even have to be a big role. It can be a small piece. It can be a small ass role that he just come in and say, babe, I love you. It was the way he said it. And then all of a sudden, now he loved again. Right? So, hey, big sis. Hey, big bro. What up with it, Tia?
You know what? I also think that it's to me, a man should be a provider. He should bring something to the table. But on that same point, you have to actually ask yourself, if we're coming this far as being women, we can't fall back when it comes to certain things. We can't fall back into that woe is me when it comes to certain things. So if you are potential breadwinner in that relationship and it works for you, don't nobody outside of that have no inkling or nothing, because don't nobody pay Emma for you, Spire, whoever it is you got. And if it's working for you and that person, then they may work, because there are a lot of stay-at-home dads who raise the kids. So they don't make them less of a man or any of that. It's just about what works for her. And for her, it may not be an issue to give the money because maybe he's giving the other parts that she's never had before. And that ain't even worth money.
I never said they love Chris Brown again. What are you talking about? I don't know. He like, they love Chris Brown again, huh?
I think he's probably talking about with the Rihanna thing, and then now all of a sudden everybody done blew it under the rug when you were saying that all it takes is a good roll and then you back on top.
Okay.
Maybe that's what he referring
to.
People shouldn't speak on that because don't nobody really know what really happened.
That's why I never have. Like, yeah, he might have, but then you gotta ask yourself what could have happened.
We don't know
before
what led
that.
Up to.
I'll tell you,
she might have stole on him 15 times.
I tell you,
and you finally got the camera there one time that he did like that.
But,
nobody,
so we never know.
Nobody understands. I've dated an island girl before, and I'm telling you that shit's real, and you gotta have a lot of patience to deal with it.
You been abused? Want to tell your story? Want to call Lifetime?
Whoa. Look, let's just say my faith was challenged that day, and I definitely had to walk with God, because Lord knows.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
I
lie.
almost
I'm
sent
not
it to
gonna
him.
lie. I have before.
Almost sent her to him, man.
I have before. I have definitely been taken out of my element before.
Yeah.
It's nothing that I would say I'm proud of, but I
'Cause
definitely have.
I'm just like, once an island girl start beating on the wall, fellas, if you are dating her, run. Once they start hitting the wall, get the fuck out of
Damn,
there.
shut up. I think I did.
Once they start beating on the wall, a table, or anything, get the fuck up out of there. Just be like, all right, I'm gonna holler at you.
He say when my lip get tight. I think that's what he say when my lip get tight. I know for me it's when I get quiet.
Dana said exactly, supporting each other during different seasons. Trey said, but regardless, they love him again. He had that jacket. Then they did Mike Jack on the beat. Then they did Mike Jack on BET, and he was back. Yeah, when he got to crying, doing that tribute to Michael Jackson, I think that is exactly where the fan base that was going to forgive him forgave him. Mm-hmm. Because they didn't let him do it the year that it happened, because Mike just so happened to die in the same year that incident happened. But he got to do it the following year, I believe. I remember it was the following year, because Jamie Foxx did it the year that Mike actually passed. But we all know we wanted
What
to
you
see Chris.
ain't nobody asked you to come and say amen though, homie. Nobody asked you
David
nothing.
said amen.
Or what your mama tell you, keep your business in your house. Ain't nobody asked you to say nothing.
He ain't got to tell the story. We felt the story.
How do men say, I'm gonna go talk to the people?
He ain't got to tell his story. We
He
felt his story.
amen. I'm gonna go talk to the people.
He
run it?
Exactly.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
go
blame him.
talk
Get
to
the
the
fuck up out of there.
people. That's
When it
all.
happened, get the fuck up out of there, for real.
I'm gonna go sit on the couch. I'm gonna talk to the people.
Go ahead and move on to subject 2, man.
Okay, this one is: are older women in competition with younger women?
Ooh,
I
sister,
sure the fuck ain't.
sister, this
I
one for
ain't.
you, Tiara. This one for you. Hi, Chucky. You can get on this too. She
What
said,
she
"Woo,
said?
child. This
Because
conversation,
Lord,
baby."
I know, sis.
'Cause
I
Lord
already knew
knows.
you was gonna come on that one.
Still work in progress. Yeah, I done seen you boo bop some people. And then talk about your feelings hurt after you boo bopped them.
But yeah,
So-
I can't speak for nobody else, but I'm not. I don't feel I am.
Trey started. Look at Damon. Damon and Trey said, yup, yes, I agree. I fucking agree. Ace.
What you saying yes to?
No.
You don't think older women in competition with younger women?
If you believe that in your own damn head, but
Yeah,
if
I
you
don't
secure
think
with
so.
yourself and
Yeah.
whatever you got going on, no.
But you know what? Then too, I'm gonna say it depends on the
times are
woman.
different. The times you got younger women who don't know how to. And I'm gonna say young. And when I
That
say
part.
younger
That
women,
part, Trey.
I mean 40,
No.
from 30 to 50. We're gonna say that's the one I mean by younger women in my age bracket, who a lot of shit they don't know how to do. You know.
Yeah.
And you have when you go back to our mothers and things was different, you know. And then you have the newer age, they don't really give a fuck.
Say it again, Trey. Ace, you married. You don't know shit. You ain't-
Actually, I've been married more than once, so I could tell you a couple
Trust
things.
me, yeah. That's
Shut
just,
the fuck up,
That's
T-Ray.
that's
And-
from experience.
Yeah, then from experience, and I'm dated, so I mean,
Right.
You know,
He-
I'm gonna say
it
this.
ain't like I've been married to the same motherfucker 40 years.
Right.
No. Damn. Dana, that's a paragraph and a half. Okay. Really? Absolutely not. We should be teaching them, providing them an example, etc. It should not be a competition. Media pushes that nonsense and creates insecurities from a physical perspective. But any grown woman knows her value.
Yeah.
Now, hold that thought. Because what we will not do is act like every woman that is of age is mature. We're not doing it. Because there are some immature people who are in their 40s and 50s, and those people definitely be in competition. wearing outfits they know goddamn well are past their expiration date for them and their age bracket. And I'm not even saying they look bad in them. But if you're wearing an outfit, I'm and trust me, I'm gonna say this real carefully. I'm one to believe that if you got it, flaunt it. I'm one to believe that, right? Mm-hmm. But there's a classy way to flaunt it when you get to a certain age, and there's a you can say the word. I don't want to say it because I'm already a bad guy.
I don't know, ratchet. I don't know.
There you go, ratchet.
But you got to think about it like this too. What makes your age determine? What makes your age determine what you feel like when you put your clothes on?
So when you see a 60-year-old woman going into Forever 21 squeezing in shit, you don't feel no way?
No, well, you said squeezing. What you before that you said if you got it and you flaunt it. So clearly you're talking about those who it look right on. So if it looks right on them, then why does age determine what they putting on if they can put it on?
Okay, because there's a difference. Because
there's some 50-year-old women that look like 30-year-old women.
I mean, you are absolutely the fuck
so
right.
because she's 50,
here's
she ain't
what
going
I'm saying.
to the
Chucky example is perfect. Yeah, they went in their granddaughter's closet. The reverse should be true.
What?
The granddaughter should be going in their closet trying to find some shit to wear like that. But the reverse be happening. Your daughter buys something, not you, but the daughter buys something and it looks form-fitting on her. Mama has a similar build. Ooh, can I borrow this? Mama might be a little more curvy, a little more voluptuous, let's say, but they still born and wearing the same clothes. 20-year difference. Same. Ain't that what Precious is about? The movie Precious. Mama in competition with the daughter because they getting more attention.
No, mama.
No. The mama was no.
No.
The mother, no, it wasn't. It was the mother was allowing her boyfriend to molest her, and then she was jealous of the daughter because she felt like he was paying more attention to her daughter.
That's what I'm saying. I'm only hitting one point. I ain't going the overall point.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I know what the context of the movie
damn
is.
sure wasn't that she thought she looked better because they both.
But she was in competition with the daughter.
It was, but you know what? In a lot of those stories that go like that, that's what it be. The mothers will let them do that, and then they mad at the daughter.
Oh yeah, I didn't hear.
What I be saying.
Miss Pat just went on Shannon Sharp podcast and said that exact same thing.
Yeah,
and I heard somebody else
TV.
tell me that exact same story.
Yeah, they'll let it happen, and then be like,
happen.
"You with my man?" And they know what's going on.
Hold on, let's read some of these. Tierra said, I can't per se competition, but a lot of younger girls are taught to go for the money, and the older men wanting wanting the cat, so they can win.
So it's a win-win.
Okay, yeah, I need my glass, boy. God dang. All right, Trey say, I love an older woman. I do, but she has to have the maturity and mental that will make you better. Thank you, Ace. I appreciate you. Now we in large font. Age doesn't determine maturity.
That's all what I was saying.
Be acting their shoes out.
Yep.
You can tell you my sister by saying some shit like that.
And see what you said, T-Star. Grandmothers nowadays are 42. I'm 46 and I got 7 grandkids.
God damn, really?
I got 3 grown kids.
I never fucking knew that.
I got 3? 3 grown kids.
You got 7 grandkids.
7.
Sweet baby, you fucking right.
7. Sure do.
And I'm still no mind. Anyway,
yeah.
I'm still trying to get this newborn out.
So I feel like whatever I feel like putting on that feel comfortable to me, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay. It's gonna be appropriate to me though. What I feel in it.
You and Chucky are a prime example of it. Like y'all both, I've seen you both wear things that are. Sorry, Dame. That are revealing, but they're form-fitting and revealing for you and age appropriate. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like I've seen Chucky wear a dress when she was coming from some event. All out. Half
you talking about the aluminum foil dress? Is that what you going with?
Let's just call it the pay attention dress. I paid attention. So when she wore it, it made people pay attention. But she wasn't fighting for it. It's just what was coming her way because it fit her. You know what I mean? And that's the difference between that and somebody who got a little booty just wearing jogging suit.
Right.
It's a little revealing and it's just sitting out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They know what they're doing. Both of them know what don't laugh. They know what they're doing. But I do see women who will try to fit into the same outfit that I know is for a 20-something-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
And you, like, it's not the same for men because men, right now, we all shopping on the same closet. There isn't a lot of diversity in what we can wear. Like, you'll see a nigga who 22 wearing this tomorrow, and I'm 40. We all shopping in the same place right now. It ain't too much change. But women, there is a large quantity of things that y'all have access to.
Mm-hmm.
And I do see that. What'd she say? Yes, and people never believe Misha is the oldest sibling.
They don't never think it. They always think. I'd be like, what? And the other, Dana says, what T-Star said, and yes, I have 7 grandkids at 45 with grown kids. Me too.
Sweet baby Ray.
Just times have changed.
Yeah, times just changed. And you know what? And I don't be, at first it used to bother me when I was younger and my son be right, he'd be like, Mama, and everybody would look. Now that they're older and they got their own lives, their own homes, and I'm proud of the job that I did with them. Now I can rest easy because when I get ready to go somewhere, I ain't got to find a babysitter like everybody else.
That part is
I can do whatever I want to do.
I fuck with that.
I can do whatever I want to do.
Grandma's getting BBL. That's
Yes,
the part.
yeah.
Now we going. Grandma's today getting BBLs.
Looking like ants out here.
That ain't for 50-year-olds.
Looking like ants out here.
And that's exactly what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
I know some people who've had that done that are of age. Now,
I see a lot of them in the club.
think
And I
it's
be like, wait, last year.
I think it's a difference in between the rejuvenation and then the whole BBL process. And when I say that, I mean, okay, you didn't win and got the gastric.
Mm-hmm.
So now you doing it. That could be for health reasons. That could be you pre-diabetic. That could be a
Yeah,
bunch
because
of
you
things.
got to have something going on usually for them to
Yeah.
do the gap. They ain't just doing it.
I understand it. And I've seen people who didn't have a neck have a neck all of a sudden, and I'm jealous. I'm happy for them, and I'm jealous. But I'm so fucking serious. So fucking serious. Look at that.
They would have got their neck done.
They even got a whole look. Motherfuckers ain't have none of this. All this was like her. And all of a sudden you see them, they straight up. Damn.
Got a turtleneck on and everything. Like, you see this? This is my new neck.
For real.
Put
I'm
chains
dead
on
ass.
and shit. I couldn't do this before.
I'm dead
Look.
ass. I'm talking about all the things that accentuate the neck that they didn't have before. Now they got chokers and shit on. Different. It's different.
Wouldn't have been able to see it before.
That's what I'm saying. Them people, he said that's not competition. Are you serious? Bro,
He said that's competition.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. My bad.
She said not ants. That's the purpose. They do look like ants.
They do
Because the
look like
legs don't be matching the hips that don't match the butt. Like,
I'm-
boy, they look like little drumsticks. You just feel like the wind blows, they
Erica
gonna
Banks
fall
look like
over.
that.
Yes, she does. Erica Banks, she does. Her, hell, the other girl too. What's the other one that's beefing now with Bambi about Amy Luciani? She does too. Them legs about this little.
Now,
Seriously.
I will say I appreciate the women who go do that, and then all of a sudden they get with a trainer to try to build that back out. I appreciate that because that's the effort.
I think make it proportionate to your body size. If you know you weigh 80 pounds, don't have them put 75 pounds in your butt. Don't just don't do it.
Woo, child! I'm not gonna talk about all the horrible asses without legs
Yes.
and thighs to match. Saturday, my lord.
Man,
now look. I don't even know where they come from. It be some people.
I
who
think they
just-
was giving them out with discount
He
or
had to have
something
a
for a
coupon or
minute.
something.
Something, because baby, everybody had
goddamn.
one.
Everybody definitely had one Saturday, man. And I was like, where the hell are you from? Because I ain't never seen. And it's people, it blow your mind because it be people who literally you've known your whole life and all of a sudden. Now they got an Instagram profile. Now they super Hollywood. You can't talk to them no more. All of that.
Yeah, do what you want and get your money's worth. That's cool, but don't be out here looking like a alien or something.
Yeah.
Make sure you going to a reputable doctor who knows what they doing. That's
Yes.
just the big thing.
And
Because
make
you'll come out
sure-
looking worse than you went in looking.
And please make sure you ain't got no cement back there.
Yeah.
That shit.
I heard about
we'll do
that.
it to you.
They was giving something.
They was definitely giving some.
Cause it showed a whole lot of people.
But when I see a woman who's, and I'll try to narrow it down. If I see a woman who's like looking good at 60, like give me an Angela Bassett as an example, right?
Yeah, she definitely does.
Look.
Angela and Mary J. Mary, she don't never age.
She
don't seem like she ever age. Yes.
Yeah, perfect element. They still show their body off. They know they got one. They utilize it. And they move it.
She said more bang for your butt, not for your buck. Oh my God.
Just do it, man.
That's true.
And definitely do it
For you, because it's not that many men. Because I hear a lot of men who don't. Like, if they say that it's cool for the night.
No,
but
man.
Not for.
Oh, hell no.
But not for something you want to take around all the time. I think it's okay. Like I said, if it makes you feel better about you, can't nobody tell you how you feel about you.
You can tell the difference. I'm
But
gonna just go ahead and put that out there.
Can we just make it proportionate to your body? Because otherwise you look crazy.
Make sure you have enough money to get the work thin. I feel you.
Yeah, because some of them just be getting.
They put it on layaway, and they get partial parts of the procedure done while they doing it.
Yep.
And that be
He's talking about, wait. And then he said, never mind.
I'm with you. I'm definitely gonna mind. You can tell the difference.
Was looking like diapers full of shit walking through the club last night. Yeah. Club all night. Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
Mm-hmm.
Them your people. Them was your people. I already know they was your people.
Oh, you see, he said them your people.
Them your people. Sis, them your people. I already knew. I knew from the jump. They was sitting at your table. They was walking by.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Slow your roll.
They was sitting at your table.
No, they wasn't.
They was sitting at your table. Couldn't wait. Couldn't wait to shake something. We love you too, Dom. We love you too. All right, you want to move on to topic 3? I got this one.
Yeah.
Dating a man or a woman who cannot help you financially, is that a waste of time?
Well, my answer, or you gonna take that first?
I'll take it first. I feel like that question is targeted for both men and women, but we both know, or we both should understand, one group of people is more accepting of someone having nothing versus the other group of people being accepting of someone having nothing. One group of people will look to build and say, I can work with that. The other group will say, nah, I'm not doing that. I'm not interested in any of that. Or they have done it before and they'll never do it again.
They want to do it again.
Yeah.
I would also say this too, because we've had that topic before. People have to know their definition of dating, because people have so many definitions of what they consider dating to be. Now, when I think of dating, if you're not dating this person exclusively and y'all in a relationship, then you expecting him to pay your phone bill, to pay your light bill, and all of that, and you date him and 4 other people, then come on now, you gotta think about what you asking. So you want him to keep the lights on, but you getting ready to go out with Craig tonight, who getting ready to get it for free because you know this person got a little more going on than Craig do. Or you want him to buy your baby some shoes because your baby daddy ain't gonna buy them. No, I feel like the dating, if you asking for somebody to kick in and help you, then are we dating exclusively? Or we just everybody dating everybody and you just expect everybody to do something for you? Because what's the point? Who's gaining anything? Only you.
Trey said, are you dating for help? Is the question. You'd be surprised.
Some people do.
We all know that there are some people who just will go on a date for a meal because they hungry that day.
Or they bored.
And
Or want you to buy their kids something. So, or they need a babysitter, so they gonna have you take them on a date and you pay the mama to babysit. Then when you drop her off, she finna leave anyway.
And it's girls' night.
Yep.
Lord have mercy.
So it's got the question has got to be, what do you consider dating for you? So whose fault is it?
That's the question. So, okay.
I think it's about having the conversation. I don't think it's anybody's fault.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think it's anybody's fault. Because I'm gonna say this: if you ask a man to do something and he do it,
that's the thing.
Then,
I don't think just because you're dating a genuine person, I won't even say guy. I'll say genuine person, and they do something because they're willing to do it.
yeah,
I don't think they're at fault for doing it.
right. That's what I'm saying.
Like-
It just depends on what it is that
See?
that the person is trying to get out of it. It might not be his fault. It could be hers too.
He said
Because
it's
sometimes there's guys who do it as well.
That's why I said genuine person.
Yeah,
I
it
ain't worried
depends on what that person's agenda is, no matter
Yeah.
what.
Some people deal with people because they not happy with themselves.
Yeah.
That part is true. Trey said it's his fault. I love how you broke that down, sis.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends on the person, because not only is it some messed up men, it's some messed up women out here.
And that's what I'm saying. That's
So
why I don't
it
think it's
just-
anybody's
yeah,
fault.
it's
I
About the person you dealing with, they just might be fucked up no matter what you do.
I do think if you do it repetitively, it is your fault.
Yeah, absolutely. I
Like,
agree. I agree.
If you can't see through the deception after like the first time, it's his fault. It's called vetting. If you don't know, get to God. I get you. Yeah. I get you on that, but that's why I'm saying what I'm saying when I say the first time so I don't think it's anybody's fault. I think you're just doing it as a genuine thing. Like,
Right.
if you group everybody together, like, don't get me wrong, because there's some scammers, hustlers, and terrible people out there. There are. But if you group everybody together, and that sometimes you miss out on shit.
Yeah. He says you should know when a woman likes you. Yeah, that could be the problem. Because maybe she like you for what you're doing, not for who you are. So, yeah, she might be all excited when you pull up because you getting ready to do what it is she needed you to do. So, yeah, she excited to see you. Yeah, she happy to see you.
But how are you vetting that in the first place?
You really can't. It's
Like,
just, I think it's just...
until an event happens.
Exactly, you don't know.
You don't know.
You don't know. Unless it's some shit where somebody that told you about this person and you still went and did it anyway.
That means you don't know. Exactly.
Right.
That's what we saying. Weatherman, how we supposed to know that if you just made the point?
I think you losing us.
Nah,
T-Star.
he's saying you supposed to vet before you have that incident happen.
And
But the
again, how
thing
can you
is-
do that if nothing happens? You don't. If they're not showing you that they're using you, then how you know they're using you?
Use your fingers. Go ahead and explain, because we know you want to. You know you want to make some great
He said,
points.
yes, you can.
You know you want to
If
make
you
some
could, then it
grand
wouldn't be
points.
so many
Get to it.
people out here.
Sometimes
So many people out here doing what?
it's so many ways.
No, he's saying, yes, you can. I said, well, if you know it, tell us. There's so many other people out here. And he's saying, you can. Tell us what it is.
Yeah.
A lot of people know. A lot of people know when somebody uses them.
No.
It just
No,
it
what
might
I'm
be-
saying is he's saying vetting. So my question
How do
is,
you-
how do you know if
Prior to
somebody's
something
using
happening.
you if they haven't done the things to show you that they're using you?
Easy, you would know. Like, only time you call me is about money.
Exactly.
Only time you
That's
wanna
an
see-
incident. It's an
We're
incident.
saying,
Something
how do you know prior
happened.
to that?
You don't
prior
know.
to an incident happening.
You don't
how
know.
do you know?
Unless they're doing something that lets you know
Even the
something off.
conversation, you can tell what's the like if you're only mentioning things that you need or sending hints. I need this, or my bill's getting low, or this and that. Why the fuck is we always just talking about that?
Yeah, it's an incident though. It's an incident. It had to happen for you to know what was going on.
Sometimes both benefiting because he may feel like he just paying for sex. It's really high end
Pros.
It's really probably in pros or company. Lots of scenarios.
That's what I said. It depends on the people and what they got going on. He said, "OMG, Ace."
Yeah,
I
'cause it's-
guess.
I guess everything coming in, so like we don't know what he responding to.
So are you? So is Ace saying your point for you because of the conversation? No, it's in conversation.
That's what we saying. So that's an incident.
No,
if it wasn't
that's
brought
not an
up to
incident.
you,
That's a conversation. Like what he said, that's not an incident. That's just a general conversation.
it's the same
Which
thing.
you're going to be having anyway.
Something
with the
had
person.
to happen in order for you to know this person was using you, and that's a conversation. That's an
what I'm saying.
incident.
Okay, he's
I
saying
don't.
ace
I
on
don't think
point.
that's an incident. That's just
However you
that's
wanna
just
say it.
general conversations that you should be catching red flags in.
That's the
But,
point that
okay,
I'm
so-
making. Something
but
had
there's
to
some
happen.
Smooth criminals that never happens. That you don't know you getting hit with the wham until you in it.
No, that's a smooth criminal that the motherfucker don't see it. Some people display.
come on,
Some people display the shit right in front of you, and
Yeah,
people.
but I'm
But
talking
you
Neglect.
got to think about the others. We
I'm
talking
not
about the
talking about
ones
them.
who it's not.
I'm
How
talking about
are
the
you?
ones who smooth with it.
Yeah,
I'm
how
talking
do you
about
know?
really smooth. You don't see it coming. Boom. Now it happened.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't have been able to vet that out because they've already mastered this craft.
Yeah, and especially
And
if it's somebody
that's
who
all
do
I'm
a
saying.
little bit of thing for you here and there, so you feel like it's a give and take until you sit back and be like, wait a minute. I've been doing a whole lot of giving,
But again,
and she
at
been
the
doing a
same
whole lot of
time,
taking.
You gotta know when you should be doing something anyways. You shouldn't be giving like that in the first 90 days of a
I agree
motherfucking
with
relationship.
you on that. Now, I agree with you on that. But
Like, so when you go telling that to somebody and they call you a dumb motherfucker, then
talking
yeah.
about someone finna come down the street.
Like, you can't
Boy,
expect nothing.
Bye.
You can't expect nothing because shit is like, motherfucker, what are you doing all that in the first 90 days of the relationship for?
Oh, okay. I find it extremely hard to believe for the people that's commenting that none of this has ever happened to y'all. Like, I know in the world of black people, we all perfect. We all see shit happening before it happened. We all got it. But how do you learn something if you've never
If you've never
experienced
That's
Experienced
never
it.
happened to me. I'm being honest.
Ace?
No, what he's
So
saying is, how do you learn something if it's never been experienced to you? If you've never been through it, he's talking about them and their comments, like
That don't
him
mean
talking about vetting.
That don't mean you can't learn from it. Because everything don't have to be experienced to learn from it.
Then how do you learn?
Easy.
Everything is a
With
lesson.
Common sense. That's why
Common sense ain't
that's
never
why
been
you're
common.
That's why you're giving choices.
You saying
why you're giving
you
you
said
don't have
so
to-
you learn common sense.
So you don't
Common
motherfucker-
sense you should have
Motherfucker
anyway,
go
you
rob a
learn it.
bank. Motherfucker go rob a bank don't mean they know how.
Absolutely.
So that's just a choice they made. Okay, this is a choice I'm making to go rob this bank.
And how they know that they didn't know how to do it?
They never knew they didn't know how to do it.
How did they find out they didn't know how to do it? When they asked with the jail.
Yeah, no,
That's the point that we're making.
no, that's
You didn't know
Everything you
until
don't have
something
to-
happened that told you
everything
this
you don't
wasn't
have
gonna
to
work.
be experienced to learn from it.
What's the word, man?
Okay.
We never said we didn't. We can learn and share now. Or have never experienced that thing.
I told you to come on. I told you to come on. We on Mondays at 6:00. Hit me up and come
You
on.
could have been brought your ass on here. But that's my okay. So y'all, I don't know. It sounds combative when we read it like that and when we talk like this. But this is the thing. I'm saying out there for the people that's commenting. If you have never experienced something like that, because you can get caught green. It's plenty of people who get caught when they green, and when you get caught green, that's how you learn. That's how you learn what the world is, because we don't know shit about the world other than the Sesame Street shit we learn watching and hearing from people telling us secondhand experience, right? But not everybody picks up every lesson that way.
Right.
So once we are going through it, then we learn. We like, okay. But for somebody else who around the corner, I'm just saying, like, I'm just using this as an example. Little dude who 14 around the corner. He ain't never experienced what a woman wiles is like. He ain't never experienced what a woman's charms can do to him. The little rubbing on his chest, playing in his ear, blowing in his ear.
Until the day that it
Until the
happened.
day it bow. Now all of a sudden he wise to it. Or maybe he had an Uncle Ace, come up and say, "Hey, this is what's gonna happen." He don't take your word for it because he don't believe you. You don't know nothing. You too far removed from the game. You've been married 35 years or whatever. He don't believe you. How he learn?
From experience. It's just like, a prime example. I remember telling my son about sex. I said, baby, the day is gonna come where the day is gonna come where you gonna meet somebody and you gonna be so enamored you're gonna want to have sex. And I said, and it's gonna be that one girl, no matter how much protection you have, you gonna take it off. No matter what you think that you got set in your mind, this is what I'm gonna do. It's gonna be that one girl that you gonna say, That's a prime example.
Like Dana said. Look at
wait, before you even fucking read this.
Yeah, because
that's the shit black people always do. They use the same example every fucking time. But goddamn it, if you didn't watch Bobby and Whitney, you wouldn't have known this shit. Stop it.
What you talking about? Who heard?
I didn't smoke crack.
But I seen someone who did.
My point is
Yeah.
No,
but
but
you know what? But we're going to talk about this. It's
that's-
just like them ones who we know we've all grown up with. These was guys who sold drugs. And a lot of them, now when we look back on it, they doing the same drugs that they sold. And they saw what it did to people, but they still, like you said, made a choice to say, oh, that's not going to happen to me.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm going to do.
That's all I'm saying.
So that's why I'm saying everything doesn't have to be your actual. I have to experience it to learn from.
But that's still an experience. If you witnessed
No,
it,
that's
an
just-
experience.
That's
It's
experience.
just not you going through it. That's still an experience. You took part in it.
When you said experience, mean I experienced. That's that's how I took that.
Well, relatively, you're right. You're right. But I'm also saying, like, if you don't have someone, Dana, I can't even with you. I read it out the corner of my eye. I read it out the corner of my eye. It's the truth, damn it. Bobby with me ain't never deterred me. Shit, crackhead been out. I heard you.
But even
Secondhand
example
experience ain't the same.
I didn't have a father.
That's what
Then
I'm
when I
saying.
did get my father, he wasn't shit. So my experience, as you would say, with that taught me, okay, the choice I want to make is not fucking be like this.
Exactly.
With
Yep,
my kids.
Yep.
But I didn't have that experience first as a father to know how to be a bad father or a good father.
Yeah,
I
but-
seen how not to be,
Exactly.
so I knew what I wanted to be.
So you experienced not having a
you
father,
Of course.
which made you
Shut
want to
your
be
ass
a
up.
better father than what you didn't have.
Yes, but that's also okay. Secondhand experience is also part of the experience.
Exactly.
Realm. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm not- I'm
because you
not
can watch
saying-
somebody else go through it and see how it works and say, I don't want that for me, even though it's not something that you physically or, you know what I'm saying, experiencing yourself.
You live, you learn. That part. And I ain't experienced it. He wasn't there.
He's talking about a father.
I know what he
He
means.
said, you live and you learn. Yeah.
There are several lessons that I agree with y'all. You can learn just by watching. You don't have to. You don't have to go through it.
And some things you got to get dead in the
But
smack of it for it to
let's
teach you
be
something.
real about a certain thing. Young men without guidance ain't always gonna pick up on everything like that.
Just like
And
a
I'm-
young woman without guidance, absolutely.
And that's the only thing I'm really focusing on when I'm saying this part. If you don't have guidance, you can fall for anything, right?
Because you're looking for
can.
something.
Exactly.
But
So,
you still got to be self accountable at the end of the day.
I agree with you.
Yeah,
I'm not denying that at all. And
But
I
they'll
agree with
probably
you.
make that mistake faster
But what? Yeah,
than
that's
somebody else who knows, you know what I'm saying, the key aspects of what this could cause. If you got a parent who ain't never at home, they never doing this, they never doing
That part.
and you hanging out, then, you know, the one who go in, he may be lame because his mama tell him to come in when the street lights come on. But you really jealous because he got somebody to care enough about him to tell him to come in.
And that's all I'm really saying. All I'm saying is that sometimes, let's say for instance, the young man ain't never really. He is raised by himself. He raised by the fucking
So
TV.
who real fault is that then? Is it his or the parents?
That's what I'm saying. I don't.
It
think
could be.
it's
It
the
depends
parents.
on the situation.
It's the
Because
parents
you
who
know
not
what, you
preparing
could
them.
teach because you could teach your child everything,
still
and
go
they can
away.
still go out there and
Right.
you know, they friends may be a bigger influence than you, especially if maybe you a single mother who work a lot. So they friends may be all they
I like
see
checking.
and know. So that could be an experience, and it could be the lack of the father that he's at fault because he wasn't around to teach the little boy how to be a man, just like the same for a woman.
So is a kid wrong that and grew up and as a young kid who's constantly got arrested, constantly dealt with drug stuff, and they grow up and are mad at their parents because their parents didn't give them better opportunities?
And-
Are they wrong?
It depends on what they mean by opportunity. Now, if you mean to like put them in a better environment as far as like home or schools,
Yeah, just meaning not letting them be a product of their environment.
Okay,
as
so
people
this is
say.
this is where it
Yeah.
gets murky.
I would say some parents are doing the best that they can, and some do the least amount and feel like it's enough. So I feel like if you know that you're doing the least amount, then yeah, what tends to be what your children learn will be what they see you do and what you allow them to do. When they pushing those buttons and you allow them to keep doing it, when they completely go overboard, then you can't be mad at them because it's you got to look at all the steps it took for them to do that.
Now I'm gonna use you as an example.
Shantae
Ace.
saying,
I'm gonna use you as an example before you read that, Ace. You are not a materialistic person.
no.
Exactly. So the value system I assume that you raise your family on is to not be materialistic, right? Correct. All right. You have daughters, right?
Correct.
All right. Say, for instance, one of them meets a materialistic man and shows her a totally different side of the world than you've shown her. Do you think if she goes along and falls into that world, that's on you?
No.
Okay. Why not?
Because I raised you to know
And that's Cam's
what
point.
that life is.
That's Cam's point. Because if you've given your child everything you can and they opt to not receive it or to turn that part off because they just got to experience it for themselves, that's not on you. That's on them. And there are a lot of people who doing... and there are a
That's
lot
just
of
saying.
people,
My mom was a working single mother. I didn't have that talk. Sometimes kids listen to people outside of their family more than their own.
that part.
I'm gonna touch on that part. Eventually, they have to accept the past and let go, so it doesn't impact their future.
I totally agree.
If your classmate was successful, it can't be your parents' fault. What does your classmate have to do with your
Because
parents?
he's saying they are in the same environment. I get what he's saying.
They don't mean they're in the same environment because they go to the same school.
So that's also kind of what I was saying about
Because they
why
can
it
go
get
to the
murky.
same school, but you go live in, like my kids grew up in Kirkwood.
And that's why that is a prime example.
You get what I'm
of
saying?
why
So my
saying
daughter is a little bit more
it's
proper
murky.
than other kids. So when we actually moved to Jennings, and she went to Jennings for a couple months before we moved back to Kirkwood, they was acting like she was teasing her. You the smarty pants. You don't think you think you know everything.
I went
Light
through
skinny. So she got to be teased
too.
because she had already been to a school that was
it
learning the
does.
curriculum that was way over what they were doing. So you know what she started doing? She started, I'm gonna say, dumbing herself down. So she could fit in with the other kids. So when she knew the answer, she stopped raising her hand. She stopped giving her best because she wanted to be one of the kids that the teacher had to say something to, instead of it always being, Maya, answer this, we know you know. Maya, do this, we know you know. She started to be the outcast.
And honestly, that is a horrible feeling.
Yeah,
For a
it is,
child,
yeah.
young adult, all of that. I experienced that when I was doing broadcast school. When I was going to school, I was already working at the radio station, and teacher would just basically make me teach the class. Like, why am I here giving you any kind of dollar if that's what I'm gonna be doing? Like, no. Dana said trauma breeds trauma. Trey said to circle back, his daughter didn't experience that and made a decision, right? She
Correct.
did experience that.
No,
That's
he
the
was
point.
talking about didn't experience that what you were talking about.
But that's what I'm saying. The dude who she's dating gave her that experience.
Yeah.
Then she made that decision.
Yeah.
But before that, she didn't know. She only knew what you taught her.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. So I'm saying it's the exposure part. Where I say, I'll read that in a minute, Trey, and I'm going to still read yours, Dana. But what I was saying, where it get murky, is like all the people, and I know we off on a whole new tangent, but all the people who are mad at like DEI hires, diversity, equity, inclusion hires, they're mad at them because they're saying that it gives us higher footing. Now, here's the only thing about why I think that's murky. It's murky because you do have families, and this is like college acceptance and all of that. You do have families who are upper middle class, black African American families who don't need it. They can flat out pay or do whatever to get their kid in, but they still utilize it because it includes them.
Yeah.
Same thing for Indian families, all of that, all those people, white, brown. But you do have those people who are from rural areas who are scraping ends meat and need those scholarships and programs too, but they don't have access to them because they just so happen to be born the wrong color. So reverse racism if you want, but the reason I say that's murky is because they're coming from a different environment trying to get into the same place, but they don't have the opportunity. Even though long scale in life, they gonna be better off because they palm sided. They'll get more opportunities that way. Before it's what up with it, Mario? Before for what we saying, that exposure, that part is not offered to them. I think that's where it gets murky, and I think that's where we probably lose sight of what we're saying when we talk about it. That's the only thing I'm saying. Like, parents who don't provide the opportunity and who can't provide the opportunity, two totally different things. Yeah. Two totally different.
I only said that because I had seen a post about, it was like, I think it was a dude talking about kids in O Block and was saying like, you actually should be mad at the parents because they didn't provide these kids with a better opportunity not to be a part of this environment. Long as you keep a person in that environment, they're eventually going to fall victim of it somehow.
And I agree with that.
You know, even if you could have, I don't know, but even, you know, that's just what one of the dudes from O Block was saying.
And sometimes it's just the best that a person can do. Sometimes, sometimes it's the best, no matter how much you fight for it. Sometimes it's you doing your best to, you know, keep a roof over their head. It may not be the best one or the ideal outside environment, but sometimes people do the best that they can. And sometimes people also, I know some people who are stuck.
Well, Chinese people are way more fucking advanced.
Thank you. That comment is so fucking racist. God damn, boy. I couldn't even.
They so
I didn't want to read it.
They so ahead of technology when it comes to us.
But okay, I'm gonna tell you what you also gotta realize. You know what you see on every corner, and I mean every corner from Olivet on down. ABC. ABC is there. That if you don't know what that is a tutorial school, not secondary education, but education assistance. They are all over. They help them with math. They help them with English. They help them with everything. If you go down Olive, I guarantee you it's like the liquor stores in the hood. You will not go a block without seeing an ABC. So there's reasons for that. Dana said, why they mad? White women benefit the most compared to other minority groups. Now, hold on. Dana, I'm going to tell you something. I agree with you, but I'm also going to disagree with you. Because statistically, you guys, black women, benefit more than anybody from DEI opportunities, and you also get paid more than most white women. Statistically.
It depends on the profession.
Statistically, they get paid more. They also leading in entrepreneurship and secondary education and degrees. Black women are. That is a statistical fact.
As of here lately, yeah.
Yeah, in the last like 8 to 10 years, yeah. It's been like that. It's been like that. And she said that's a fat stat. It is. Because honestly, black women count for 2 when it comes to government assistance as far as and tax breaks and accreditations when it comes to businesses and corporations. Because they're a minority and they're a woman. So they'll tell you higher before they tell me.
She said that's not true.
That is true. That is very true. You can Google that. Huh? They still don't benefit more. What? They have to do the work. That ain't a benefit. What are you talking about? I'm not. How come every time I say something, you think I do too? I do too. That's kind of what I do. But how come every time I say something, you think I'm digging it? I'm talking to Trey now. You think I'm taking a dig, and I'm not. I'm not discrediting anything that a black woman has to do as far as work. I know how hard they work. You just told me white women don't know nothing and still have the position of power. When did I say that?
No.
See what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? That nigga be tripping. To clarify, black women do not. We fill 2 buckets so they can hire one black man, one black woman. That's one of... Is that not what I said? I said the same thing. You're saying the same thing I'm saying. Unless you heard me say something different. And if I did, my bad. But I'm saying the same thing you saying. At least I'm attempting to.
First of all, we need to change who the minority and majority is because it's definitely more of us than it is of them.
We still in behind, bro. Black and brown people still behind by about another 6%. When they did the voting, they tallied that up. The exit interviews, okay, and definitely underpaid compared to white. Okay,
Depends on your job.
it definitely depends on your job because from the banking world, I can tell you
No, she's in the banking world.
that's what I'm in. I've been at Wells Fargo.
She's in the banking world. So.
Okay, because I was gonna say I've been in Wells Fargo, U.S. Bank, where else? Shit, First Capital Bank. I'll say from the experience I had, it is usually white women who get paid less. Not a dig. I'm just saying that if they do, the work is not a benefit. It's a result of the work. The benefit is the wony. Is that what you said? The benefit is the wony woman who didn't do the work.
Is you trying to say whiny? I don't know.
I don't know.
When they do the head count on households, we never tell how many we really have in our house.
That's true.
He's
That's on the census. On the census, you're right. We lie on the census. That's about how long I've been in. I've been in it since 2003. Yeah. White. Okay. That makes sense. More white women in positions of black woken women. More white women in positions that black women woken worked for.
Maybe he's saying working. I don't know.
Man, I'm tired of typing. Okay. You
Well-
getting finger cramps. Okay. I'm like, what? What? Comments lagging. Okay. So it's being missed. White women benefit from DEI more than black women. We are not saying the same thing. I work in banking 25 years.
I still think it depends on where,
Yeah.
what the job is.
Because more of the corporate jobs that I've seen, like because I worked at all the headquarters that are here. And for every
She
bank.
said more banks have more data than Wells Fargo, than smaller. Wells Fargo is large. I don't know. Okay.
That's a
Join
lot
the
of
line.
banks. That may be the confusion. Larger banks have more data than this smaller. Okay, I get what you're saying. We on the same page. I know what you mean. I would just say that if I go in for the places I've been, it has been majority of our sisters that I'm so proud of seeing. They usually are the ones who are setting up all the diversity and inclusion as programs that those banks have. It's usually the black women, and they get together in a cluster and they start promoting each other from within. So that's usually the scenario that I've seen. Like all those groups we used to bypass in college, maybe some of y'all was smart enough to get a part of them. I didn't get into it until like SBA and all that. I ain't get into it until later, but a lot of them are setting up those groups inside those banks. He said mini banks, which would be like First Bank, not Wells Fargo, of course. No, I get you. I worked there too. First Bank for Dearberg's family. Shout out to them. They treated me real good. Go ahead. Go ahead, Cam.
That's all I got.
Yeah. That's all I got. Thank y'all for being active today. We like an active audience. Y'all
Yes,
made this
yes.
really fly by. Shout out to Dom, because Dom, neat.
And if anybody want to be on the show, hit us up. We
Either one
love
of us.
guests. We love guests.
Yes, we definitely.
Come on, tell us what's going on.
Trey, bring your big fat.
That way
finger
you and
ass
your
up
fingers
here.
ain't got to get, because you definitely have a lot to say.
Yes, you always got something.
That
to
way
say.
you ain't
Not
gotta
true-
type it.
Not true looking ass.
Come on through.
Bring your ass so you can bring that fat finger and say not true in person.
Well, we hope y'all have a good week. See y'all again next week.
We'll see y'all next week.
It's a new place, it's Saturday night. Time to grab your heels and feel alright. We got a podcast that's on fire. The money can keep taking you higher. every Sunday at 4 p.m. It's ladies' night, we're taking flight. Talking hot topics, keeping it tight. We got the scoop on everything, it's true. All the things that men wanna know too. Ladies' night, we're bringing the heat. Podcast casting can't be beat. Taking flight, talking hot topics, keeping it tight. We got the scoop on everything, it's true. All the things that men wanna know.